Welcome back, everyone, to episode 11 of Swordhaven Iron Conspiracy with FriskyDingo Tactics. In the last episode, we just uncovered or went through the old the Clamreach countryside map. In this episode, alright, sorry, I missed a few bits here, but we'll be able to catch them. In this episode, let's go through and uncover the rest of the village and go and collect some of the quests. Like the dagger fangs and whatnot, and see if we can, go a little bit further. Okay, brilliant. On to. Oh, that's it. I wanted to talk to the Wait-a-Lot's daughter and see if there was anything else. I think it's a good idea to continually talk to people. Because in case more options come up. Everyone's on the edge. Okay. Chest. Oh no, I think I...
You good? Locked.
What happened to my lockpicks? You've got the lockpicking kit. Come on.
Your need? Voila.
There we go, some soap and an incense pouch. Great.
Aye.
Composite bow handle.
Nice and smooth.
Oh yeah, there's a chest there.
Locked.
Fiona, work your magic.
Open. Impossible.
Alright, take all.
What do you want?
Old Zobin. I don't even know what a rundlet is. I should really Google it, guys. I'll definitely Google it before we leave. Before we leave Clamreach. All right, what's out here? Oh, there's a guy fishing. Let's go talk to him.
Not today.
Angler. The bewhiskered fisherman bows in greeting and asks in a low voice, "'Tis a lovely day for fishing, eh, matey?" Yes, it is. The fellow nods and glances back to the gently flowing river. Why are you fishing here, of all places? He straightens his back and plants his hands on his hips. It's a good angling spot, worth a long walk from my cabin over yonder. How do you find time for leisure fishing? Usually I don't, too much work on in the farm, but when I get even a whiff of freedom, I spend it all on fishing. A caravaneer or runner from Swordhaven grabs their smoked eel for the road, and I earn a few extra coins. What makes this particular spot... Oh, my intellect's not very good. What makes this particular spot so good? The fact that it's so far from my home. The old Batlax doesn't know a thing about it. Hehehe. Attention. The man's eyes are joyless, a twinkle of regret in his eye. It's not the real reason, is it? Aye, right. I shouldn't have said that. He looks down at his feet. The real reason is the legend. What legend? There's a tale about a golden fish that can be caught somewheres around here. The thing is said to fulfill any wish that you can think of. I'd love to catch such a beastie. Everyone says that, which is why I want to keep my goal a secret, eh? What's the biggest fish you've ever caught here? A magical migratory tiger-bellied horsefish. It was this big. He spreads his arms and legs wide. He almost tumbles into the river. Wanted to get the thing's head stuffed, but it melted into sludge while I was hauling it back to the farm. That sounds like a lovely, fun pastime. I'd love to join in. Fine, you deserve a fair shake. He steeples his fingers and points at you. But if you catch the golden fish first, we split the wish half and half. Sure, I'll give it a try right away. Don't scare away the catch. There's a fishing rod propped here. A float gently bobbing on the water. I need some bait. Fishing rod. You leave the fishing rod behind. There's a fishing rod propped here, gently bobbing on the water. Snap your fingers. Right bait. I'll need bait to do any fishing. You leave the fishing rod behind. Okay, looks like I need to find bait from somewhere.
I knew it.
Oh, chest.
It's locked.
You good? This is beyond my skill.
Okay, that is a map effort. Just add. Okay, let's study the far shore. Belia, use the rope to get to the other side. Okay. Heave. Heave. Right, secluded beach. I didn't really mean to come across here. Let's just see if there's anything.
No.
Can't go up there. Oh, there's loads of stuff. Fiona, lockpick away.
Ask someone else. I'm through with it.
Alright, that's a master lock. Okay.
Huh? Gonna see what's out there. I've spotted something.
Oh, where? Ah.
Locked.
Alright, Fiona.
This thing's impossible.
Still here.
Genius lock. Alright. Jesus Christ. Alright guys, let's get back to the town.
I'm on it.
Quick bit of inventory management. I'll sell one of them.
Aye.
Alright, where are we going? Let's go speak to Gurkis. I'm taking a day off. Goddess Vetra, she-devil of the storm sea, and Durain, patron god of the local raw critters, are having an argument, it seems. Rogue waves are tearing up the sea. Fishes are dodging our nets. A worried crown increases his face. Old Delarani read the flight patterns of some swallows and said the divines will end up there bickering in a couple of weeks. Let's hope she's right. Who knows? Anyway, I need to go.
Nice.
I think there's something more to him. I just don't know what the correct questions are. This is the inn. No, that's the inn. Okay. So this is the... Yeah, this is the gates of the... Sorry, the temple. No, the temple's up here.
Uh-huh.
There he is, the one-armed farmhand.
Forget about it.
Exterminated all the dagger fangs. The one-armed man, Welker, spits out a clump of chewing leaves. Hey there, keeping away from trouble, I hope. I exterminated all the dagger fangs. You did? Good job, laddie. Now the fields will be safe and I won't have to risk the trip to Swordhaven. He opens up his purse. What do you think, about 45 coppers for your troubles? Haggling? Surely I deserve more than that. They're all dead. You can check yourself if you don't believe me. There you. Oh, I believe you, but here's the problem. 45 is all I have. Alright, 45 it is then. Pray tell, how did you lose your hand? Come now, good peasant. There's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not ashamed of anything. It's just not much of a story, he shrugs. I caught an arrow right below my elbow during the last barbarian war. Don't even know who shot me. Why is your whole arm missing then? The arrow's tip was covered in filth, so the wound swelled up like a toad and stank worse than a rotting corpse. The lads, bless their souls, carried me to the Sawbones, who hacked the thing right off. He sighs. Medicine sure works in mysterious ways, but here I still am, aren't I? So he must have known what he was doing. It must have been a traumatic experience. You have my sympathy. Thanks, but I'm not some mollycoddle to get traumatized. My remaining arm could best some blokes who still got two. If you think my master father Hercus is keeping me on out of pity, think again. I pull my weight and then some. What was it like fighting in a war? He shakes his head bitterly. Not as bad as returning from it and finding your village razed to the ground, then roaming the land seeking work with only one arm. Thank our Lord Dragon, the local waiter-lot, Father Hercus, was kind enough to give me a job and a roof over my head. I already asked them that, didn't I? I thought I told you already. The army, the Sawbones, hacked it off. Let's see, let's change the subject. A few other questions. Mind introducing yourself? I'm called Gurk, that's short for Gurkis. I'm pretty sure we've learnt all this. What's your take on this fine community? I'm not a local or anything, but these fellas here are like family to me. The waiter-lot gives me a job and a roof, and the old crone Delarani fixes the ointment for my stomp. And when a bawling gored me 2 years back, the blacksmith's wife, Miller, could nurse me back to health. She's such a kind woman, she'd do anything for a person in need. Heard any interesting rumours lately? Since you got me chatting about my lost arm instead of a rumour, I'll share a wee suspicion that crossed my mind. See, I've met a lot of cripples on the road. One of them, Degan the Noseless, lost his snout to a dire wolf. Hence, whenever he laid eyes upon a wolf dog or even a furry pelt, the spot where the sniffer used to be started hurting something awful. And then a thought struck me. Who was it that caused my phantom pain akin to Degan's? The field medic, I assume? That's the weird part. The only time I experienced that ghostly pain, it wasn't because of the croaker who chopped my arm off. It was when our squadron's cook came in to the Sawbones tent to feed me bone marrow and pork rinds. His eyes widen with sudden realization. Sweet Loima's petticoat, he turns pale. I hope it was pork. Can maybe discuss something else? I think we should. Let's return to my questions. Heard any interesting rumors lately? No, that's enough rumors. It's just something else. Return to my questions. Maybe later. I really need to be going. Okay, yeah.
I'll do it.
Let's go and see. Agni. Agni, I'm here to tell you about a certain secret admirer of yours. Oh, she rolls her eyes and exhales heavily. Waste not your breath. I know exactly who you mean. That brutally dull peasant boy currently manning the village gates, correct? Yes, a lively lad, virile as the fabled Auric of the southern woods. Hale as an Auric he may be, but he's also as dense. I can't believe he still clings to this childhood infatuation. Oof, that's harsh, Triniotta says, tugs in his collar. Poor lad. Well, excuse me for being honest, Triniotta, but I'm not some common hussy who would lead this poor lad to his nose. Why are you so quick to dismiss him? Fail. He's too much of a bumpkin, not to mention immature. Perhaps some other time I need to go.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Oh, alright, the priest is inside the temple. Let's go and get a blessing.
Gonna see what's out there.
Father Hercus. Father Hercus looks up from the scroll he's reading. Hello, child. Art thou in need of spiritual guidance? I want to make a wish to the higher powers. Of course, child, but I must ask you to make this customary sacrifice of 5 dinars. Pay the priest. After taking the gold, Father Hercus starts rummaging under the altar. He returns to you with a small wooden plaque, a phial of diluted squid ink, and a calligraphy brush. Art thou skilled in the art of writing? If not, I can help for a tiny donation of 7 dinars. Inspect the wishing plaque first. It's a rectangular tablet made from pine with a simple drawing of a horse on one side. The other side is meant for writing just about any wish, as long as it's not too grandiose and doesn't harm. Do you know what? I'm not sure if I can write, so 7 dinars, fair enough, here we go. Thank you, he dips the brush in the ink. Don't forget the gods are fickle. I'll be wise to seek something else. I want wealth? No. I want help. I want courage. Father Hercus nods and writes your wish on the tablet. I'll burn it during the year-end dragonfire ritual. Hopefully the celestial powers will pay heed to thy request. But remember, the divines first and foremost help those who help themselves. I want to confess my sins. Father Hercus slaps his sweaty palm on your forehead and closes his eyes, prepared to listen. I've partaken of barbarian seeds and mingled with foul undead and wicked ghouls. While the dragon surely appreciates the depth of your face, there's nothing in the fire scrolls that forbids having fun. Don't be so strict with thyself. I know I ain't, he winks. Alright, see you goodbyes and walk away. Father Hercus is an absolute legend. Okay, let us go. Post, let's see what the post is. Walk away. Let us go to the... Can we hand in any... Oh, we killed those wolves, didn't we? Let's go to the headsman's house. Locked near the third. I rang like... this woman is just... This woman is just beginning a song as you approach. Goddess of night, goddess of fog, Ligo, Ligo. Reeds are rustling, flowers are whispering, Ligo, Ligo. Hey there, traveller. I rang Loima's bell like you suggested. And how did it go? It rained like you wouldn't believe. Oh, her smile wanes and she takes a big step back. For a wanderer like you, that could mean a meeting with wicked people or dangerous monsters. She gets a hold of herself and tries to console you. But maybe the whole story about the bell is only hearsay. Spit 12 times to ward off misfortune. She makes a holy sign. Don't let it go to your head. As my friend Osmi says, 'tis but an old wives' tale. Just, please do be mindful on them roads. May I ask you a few questions now? I'm listening. Do you know any have any local wisdom to share? Of course, most know that if you drink for no manos pauper, I think. I think we heard all that dialogue previously.
Nice.
Let's speak to Dorno the Elder. Let's have a look. I am at 1784 to 2400, 1950, 1350. Alright. Right, the peasant is sitting at the table, corked clay jug his only companion. He shrugs at you. Greetings. How is the village doing? There's as many troubles as there are fish in the sea, barbarians giving us the old evil eye, wolves roaming the woods, and that bickering between Swordhaven and the local lords about their magic mines, pure topsy-turvydom. Can you tell me who's sovereign over this coast? That'd be the High Waidelot of Swordhaven. Us and all the other local villages are paying tithe to the dragon cult, as is the law, and as all the faithful should. Other than that, everyone under His Holiness's rule are freemen. Now as for folks living in the heel of them noble families, that be a different tale. The poor buggers are as skint as the temple's rats, and can't even leave their homes without the Lord's permission. All in all a miserable bunch. Serfdom is kinda dreary if you think about it. Aye, that it is, he frowns. Us free folk honour our Lord, not because we have to, but because he protects and cares for us, as the dragon and his gods ordained. Exactly, in the Empire, serfdom is slowly being abolished. Enough about that. We have all our fate that Loima weaved. No point in discussing how things are, how things should have been. Can I ask a few questions? Heard any juicy gossip lately? Well, I'll be a fex-loving, cert-subbing son of a fox if I ever tattled in my entire life, he exhales. You better ask our innkeeper, Dobrel, if you're looking for gossip and other such balderdash. Clamreach is a wholesome, dinky wick. What you be wanting to know? How was it founded? Dorno the Elder clears his throat and begins to speak from rote. You get the feeling this is a story passed down from generation to generation. And so it was 100 years ago that the Emperor Kenan issued a decree promising all freemen a piece of land in the then newly conquered Nova Draconia, if they were willing to brave the road here. Amongst these lion-headed men and women were our ancestors, who sailed across the Melina Strait and into the stormy sea, past the East Slurium archipelago, onwards to the Gulf of Swordhaven. And after landing, weary from battles and hardships, they founded this village, Clamreach, and settled here seeking peace and prosperity for themselves and their kin. In the early days, the local tribes troubled our forefathers not at all. In fact, they were even willing to trade, but as more and more people crossed the sea, the heathens' tolerance for outsiders shrank. Provoked by cattle raids and ambushes, the freemen of Nova Draconia, under the High Waidelot, teamed up with the Order of the Sword Brethren and put those barbarians right back in their place. He looks at you. 100 years later, and here we are. What can you tell me about the locals? You better ask them yourself. Didn't I tell you already? Our ancestors came here 100 years ago, built Clamreach, and lived happily ever after, sort of. What do you do for fun here? Oh, plenty. Singing, telling tales, counting off on his fingers, playing croquet and guessing games, going to the temple and lighting the dragonfires. Visiting the fair, leaping over fires and searching for fern flowers on her leave. Dressing up as ghouls and beasts before Surset Day, boozing occasionally. Plenty, I tell you. Come to think of it, frolicking is the most we do around here. Is there any work to be had? Fishing, ploughing, tending the cattle. However, if you mean something else, something of an adventuring variety, aye, there may be some. You already know about my assignments, but the other villagers might have paying work too. Care to tell me something about yourself? There's not much to tell. Worked all my life, and God's willing, I'll work until the dragon calls my soul to the heavens above. I need to go now. Goodbye. Keep your wits about you on the road. What happened to the thing? Let me have a look. J. Wolf problem. Ah, on the far side of the river. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let us go in. I'll have a bit of a rent a room. Let's go to let's go here. Do not keep that. Hemp bowstring. Torch. Dagger Fangtail. Anything I think for crafting, I'm going to put in here. I can make provisions with the trouts. Definitely crafting. The books can all go in here. I've not read that book, I don't think. This is the book from the father. Greetings, Urata Lano. Warmed here, both traditional greeting and farewell. Zugaran Narot Bear Kinaak, I came with peace. Zum Izeni Alon, what's your name? Koribot Izeni Akam, my name is Koribot. Zaugai How, is this for sale? Colt Kenbat How, much does it cost? Colt Hag Heg How, this is too expensive. Urtosinu How, I will buy it. Zamaskuru Ak, thank you. Dorom, my pleasure. Hitsu Onagin Demihu Ak, I speak your language a little. Zumdil Ak, I will kill you. Zudil Ak, you want to kill me. Hil Izigin Taugedu Ak, please don't kill me. The rest of the thin booklet is filled with other useful phrases, basic grammar and pronunciation. Cool. Okay, let's talk to... I want to discuss your upcoming business meeting. What business meeting is that then, my fine fellow? The one where you'll be selling something to certain people. I have a plan that might benefit us all. He glances around, shifty-eyed. Listen here, friend. I'm sure you heard this from Aldar, and well, he's a drunk. Listening to his foolery is something a good man should avoid. I'm pretty sure he didn't make it up. Alright then, let's hear it. That's more like it. Tell him everything. You explain the plan in detail, the innkeeper's interest visibly waning with each passing word. By the time you're done, he's yawing uncontrollably. Excuse me if I'm not riveted by your account. This is utter madness, sir. I've never seen anyone refuse free money. He looks uncertain. But is it really free? The whole scene is simply too risky, needlessly so. The only risk, if you can even call it that, is that they won't buy. Or even that is enough to leave one troubled, but what if they smell a ploy and attack us, or decide not to deal with me altogether? Or you just stroll in and tell them about our plot. You're a stranger. Maybe you do it just to get into a heap of trouble for your own amusement. You have to trust me. I know what I'm doing, friend, and I would never betray you. You sound sincere, but what will you say if they ask who you are? I'll say I'm a potential buyer. Like I told you. Sure, but what will you do if those things don't go according to plan? He strokes his chin. You know what? I think I have a better idea. Care to share it? How about you stay quiet during the meeting, and aside from the bidding, leave the talking part to your humble servant, me. A marvellous idea, old bean, but let me assure you, I am also quite skilled in this subtle art of persuasion. Perhaps you are. Very well, if the situation calls for it, you may contribute to the conversation. Then it's settled. Still not sure, but oh wait, come what may, a mischievous smile appears on his face. Inform Aldar and let's finally do it, and go before I change my mind. Why do we need all this chicanery? We're investigating the barbarians who... I know, want to kill us all. Don't get yourself in a fluster, young Treniota. They can wait a little. Oh, by the way, what exactly are you selling? Nothing too outlandish, some magic crystals, talismans, and other trinkets. Do you happen to know anyone who'd be interested in a rather odd object from an age gone by? Oh, may I see it? Showing the mysterious statuette. He inspects the historical artifact closely, turning it over in his hands several times before returning it to you. Yup, it's definitely barbarian made. I'd say a century old, give or take. He shrugs. Looks like trash, but there's bound to be someone with an interest. I need to find a buyer. Sorry, nobody deals in that sort of stuff, and is someone I'd send a new customer to comes to mind. How about someone you'd send a friend in need, eh? Oh, alright. I had one guest a few days ago, shady fella, asking about all sorts of curios. I said I didn't have any, and they sent him on his merry way. Gesture for him to continue? I can tell you where to find him. Please do. Once I assured him I had no mysterious artifacts for sale, he mumbled something about trying his luck in Grainhold. It's a village not too far from where we are now. He points it out on your map. Guess you might find him there. Okay, Solma. Let's see if Solma's got anything new to say. No. Alright, let's go see Aldar.
Okay.
That's the headman's house. This is not a house we go into. Ooh, blood moss. I don't know what that does, but we'll grab that. Dinars. Okay, who's this? Drunkard's house. That's... I did go to all the houses, didn't I? Okay, so we're down there. Drunkard's house. Clamreach herbalist's house. Yeah, I went to everyone with a door. That's Zobin's house. Double is in. Sorry, the drunkard greets your appearance with his fusty house with a low grumbling. Dobril is in. We can meet your buyers now. Good, we should get going. Meeting time is coming around. Lead the way. You wait until evening, then set out for the agreed upon spot, picking Dobril up on the way. Oh, this is
I
running
could
over a bit,
use a
guys.
rest.
Boys to eat.
Dobril the Innkeeper. As the four shady-looking characters approach, the innkeeper puts on a smile and spreads his arms as if to hug the whole quartet at once. Saipol, old chum, how's the road? Terrible. I stepped in a feck-sucking swamp on the way here. He looks down his muddy boots. The henchman says, Good thing we pulled you out before you got proper soaked there, Chief. Shut up, Kiplock. He turns to point at you. Who's the fresh meat? Dobril will handle this question. This is another buyer, a trusted fella, well connected in the Empire. The Ferk? What is this? Shizer. We agreed that you'd sell the artifacts to us. Don't interfere. Aldar interjects. We're not running a plough and charity, Saipol. If this here fella has a better offer, we'll take it. I see how it is. He spits through his teeth and gives you a contemptuous look. Fine, name your price, chump. 300 dinars. He grumbles, obviously dissatisfied. Silk stocking git. Aye, 350 dinars. Try to beat that. If you say so, 400. How much? You ought to damn mind. Thinks for a couple of seconds. Fuck it, 410, but that's my final offer. Let's try haggling. Let me check my coin purse. Success. I think you can beat me. Never. I'll pay 500. Oh, well, I know for a fact that our new friend doesn't have such a hefty sum on hand. Dobril winks at you and turns to Saipol. To the victor goes the spoils. He produces a small yet obviously heavy wooden box and hands it to the fired up ringleader. Watch them in silence. He grabs the box and, after struggling for a bit, removes the lid. A golden glow from the container soon lights his pale face. Wait for what happens next. Saipol carefully withdraws an orange gem bathed in a deep honey-hued glow. Perfect, not a single flaw, he says. Places it back in, then grabs another. A damn fine catch, Dobril. He frowns. Wait, what's this? I sense trouble. Saipol quickly pockets the glowing crystals and throws the wooden container to the ground. The rest of the box is filled with rocks, bits of straw and other refuse. Is this a trick? Now hold on a smidge, the adventurers who sold it to me swore it was full to the brim. Assume a fighting stance. I need these two alive. Should have guessed you're all pals. He draws his sword. Too bad for you. Pray for good fortune. So it's worth a try. Saipol and his crew rush you in a savage charge. Okay. Okay. Let's go for this guy first. Oh, Aldar's a bad man. Oh god.
I'm still standing.
Oh no, trending on it. Alright, let us... Okay, come on, Fiona.
Anko Mott.
I'll show you.
Alright. Once the small gang lies slain at your feet, Dobro begins rummaging through the poor disciple's pockets. You see him take back the shiny crystals and help himself to a hefty coin purse. Yoink, he won't be needing that anymore. Did you actually try to swindle them? Swindle is such a harsh word. The crystals were large, but there were only 3 of them in the shipment I received, so I thought to myself, if I only give Disciple 3, he might not pay the full price for them. That's why I decided to put them in a weighted box, but I guess old Disciple turned out to be a tad smarter than I supposed. Still, all's well that ends well. What were the crystals anyway? They can only be found in the darkest of caves and the oldest of ruins. Could be educated fellas ply them in some magic rites, he shrugs. Me, I just sell 'em. Where did you get the crystals from? Imagine a long chain. The first link is the scouts who search for ancient ruins in the wilderness. The final link is the buyers, and I'm stuck in the middle. I helped you, Aldar. Now you need to help me. Let me get back home first. I don't want to be seen outside after dark. Oh, and here's a little something for your help. Throws us 50 dinars. Later. Hope you won't betray my trust. You watch the 2 crooks as they hurry back to the village. Gain 50 dinars. Alright, let us loot all the bodies.
What do you want? Gonna see what's out there.
Oh, wrong way.
I'm on it.
Just clear up this bit of the map, I guess, and then... Oh, here we go. Wolves. Oh, Fiona, get back. Actually, I don't want to die. Oh, there are actually loads of them. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to do that now.
Nice and smooth.
Let us make a camp. And guys, I think I will call the episode here there. And then we'll continue on again in the next episode. Brilliant. This has been Swordhaven Iron Conspiracy with FriskyDingo Tactics. Please give me a like, subscribe, or leave a comment for any feedback. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next episode. Catch you later, guys. Bye.